Okay, this is a presentation, Beginner's Guide to Scratch Modeling. In this case, it's by a beginner for beginners. So I understand that there are people in this room who may know a little bit more about this than I do. So I'm going to invite you, if you wish to make comments, anybody that likes to add anything to it, please just get my attention and I'll do my best to ignore you.
Wow.
Also,
Okay. I worked a minute ago, now I only work now.
Greg, already.
Because Greg let me
See, you may just have to give me a signal.
It's Greg's fault. Greg, I really wish you would let me get this button. Make me cry.
Webmaster sat down there and he screwed it up.
I did nothing but start the recording.
That's why it's called the beginner's guide.
Mr. Murphy has entered the room.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You want to try?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I don't know, we may have to work it from here.
I can do that.
Okay,
Okay, well,
let's see, well,
whatever. Okay, why bother to scratch build something in the first place? Trying to put down a few little reasons here real quickly, because you're gonna build something you otherwise just isn't available, you can't get it. Or you build something no one else has built. I've got a couple of examples of that. And then maybe to make something bigger, smaller, change the scale, less detail, whatever. And basically just to get satisfaction in building something unique. Okay, you may have to do it. But
Which button are you pushing?
You gotta hit the advance button.
You're hitting the laser.
no, there we go.
you may
All right.
go back one.
Okay, different ways of scratch building. Just the basic of that auto ways, of course. I just put the main ones down here that I thought of. That you can build something from the original ship's plans. I haven't tried that yet. Probably won't. Or you can build from plans for a model. That's the case in my Stewart Winn. Or you can modify a kit. And my trawler whaler is an example of that. Or you can do it from just nothing. Make it up truly out of nothing. No plans, no kits. And that's my model of the Intrepid. Well, we're going to go into each one now. If this works, there we go. We'll start. The way to do this, of course, the logical way to do it is to start with a simple one where you have plans and then progress to something where you're modifying kits, then go to more complex. I did them exactly the opposite way, but we're going to go through these as if you were doing it the smart way. I bought the kit for Stewart Winn about 4 or 5 years ago at an auction. And I got ready to build it, took it home, laid it out on the floor, and I thought, my God, it's too big. It's going to turn out to be all this RC. I thought, no, I'm not going to do it. Put it back in the box, put it back in auction, sold it again. But before I did, I made a copy of the plans and had them reduced tape size. And I thought, I think I'll go ahead and build it tape size. So, no kid, but I had the plans. Then I took the plans and cut them out, placed them on a piece of plywood that I bought, and got started on it.
Computer closer.
Okay, just building the hull, pretty simple. was gonna paint it, so I wasn't too concerned about getting the whole absolutely perfect. That's rough planking, very rough. And then I sanded it and got it smooth. So that's what you can see now. This thing needs a battery. Always fix two at a time. Okay, there's the paint, first painting on it. And then deck and trimming it. Here's a photo finished. And here I get started on the deck house. And same thing there, just make copies of the plans, basically on wood. Cut all the windows and doors out of it. And planked it, and that's actually planked in mahogany. Very, very thin mahogany planking. And each door is made individually.
How'd you cut the windows?
Carefully.
That's enough. There.
I believe you can't do it with knife, sandpaper, and old glue.
Yeah.
I may have something to say about that.
Notice there's no forward end of this thing. It's not there yet. There it is. I built one. That was the front of it. Discovered later that it was wrong. So this was where you learn not to worry too much about it. There it is.
Very unique.
No good.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why I bothered to keep it, except to demonstrate that you can do something. Just forget it, throw it away. A whole paper full up there. Stairs at the pilot house. That, no plans for that, just cobbled it together out of scrap wood that was sitting around. Looks more like an ancient Aztec pyramid than stairs. That's the way it had to go to fit.
On that round part, how did you get the wood to stay round?
Wow.
If I'm asking right.
Radius.
Radius.
You talk about the four.
Curvature,
Yeah.
curvature.
Oh, you mean this?
Yeah, yes. Did you have a form you built it on around?
No, just bend it.
Yeah.
Bend it a little at a time and match the curve to what I had on paper.
Wet it first?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Wet it and then use the iron to heat it. That one was easy because it's an arc. It's a straight arc. Easy but wrong. And there the stairs actually installed, and you can't, they look pretty good that way. And now you see the front of it as it should have looked,
Oh, yeah.
with the compound curve there. That was because the plans I had weren't complete.
You did that without a form?
Yeah.
Wouldn't have been easier to get a form?
I don't know, it's pretty easy that way.
Yeah.
Might have been more accurate.
Very unique.
Looks good.
You wanna just tell me to go forward and back? That'd be easier for you?
Yeah, I guess so. This is not working. There's before. There's the,
Oh, there's not.
I got the deck house in place. You can go forward again. And now I got the roof on it, cabin top on it, a couple masts. Good.
Go ahead.
Yep. And I put the funnel on there. I didn't buy much of anything. I just went out in the garage and I found a piece of half-inch piece of pipe. It happened to be the right size, so I wiped a piece of it off, painted it black. There's some sharp back things, put those rings on there, and that was done. The whistle is made of a piece of brass rod, a piece of brass tubing, just notched and put them together. I don't know what that thing in the back is, but I just put it on there because the plan said it's supposed to be there. Okay. There's the pilot house, and that's the way I finished it up. The roof is kind of removable at this point. You can still take it off, but at the moment, there's a ladder stuck to it, so I'm gonna figure out how to remount the ladder so you can take the roof off.
Now you can now add your photo etch parallel rulers and compass that sits on the chart sheet and pencil. And
I
pencil
thought about
too.
even putting a chart in there, but I wasn't sure if they're going to get one in the Boston area. Okay, and there's the lifeboat, which I just finished, one of the last things I've done so far. And that's an example of making do with cheap materials. The tarpaulin cover on the lifeboat is nothing more than a piece of masking tape. You can go forward again, and that's the way it is now, exactly as it's sitting on the table up there. All right, go ahead. Moving on to the next one, this is where I took the next step in complexity. I built the GR 9299 from a kit, starting from a Billings boat kit of the Marianne, a trawler, fishing trawler Marianne. And I built up the hull complete before I decided to change it. When I got the kit laid it out, I looked at the hull, and I thought that hull looks familiar. And it looked very much like the hull of a boat I saw when I was on a cruise about 10 years ago in Greenland. And I had been walking around town and walked through a shipyard there and took a couple of pictures of an interesting looking boat that was in there. And I thought maybe I could build something like that. So I went ahead and built it, starting from the deck up. So go ahead now. There's the fishing boat, the kit that I started with. Okay. There's the picture I took in Greenland
Yeah, it's on the top of there.
10 years ago. And the next one is another picture. These are the only two pictures I had. Strangely enough, I took that picture in September 10 years ago, 2014. I found out that a month or so prior to that, Google had been there and driven around town taking a whole bunch of pictures. And they're still posted on, they're still on the internet. If you go to Google Maps, it's still there 10 years later. So that helped a little bit. I got some different angles on it. Okay. So I went ahead and started building the hull, the kit, over ahead. And keep on going, that's just routine stuff there. There's the hull just about finished, installing the kit up to this point. And there's the hull finished as if it were the Marianne. And that's where I decided, looking at those pictures I had posted up there, which are there every day when I looked at it, I decided, okay, we're gonna go with my whaler trawler. Okay. That slot there is what finally convinced me. I got one of the Google pictures showed me that slot, and I realized it's the same model, but there's not many in the world like that. Okay. So I painted it. Now it's the GR 299. GR 299 doesn't seem to have a name. I tried to find that name on it. They even wrote to the registry in get an answer. And there's a pallet house. First tried the pallet house. I built that, decided to put the next one. Put it up like that and decided that's not right. So I just decided to start over. So I just threw it away, started over again. I decided if you're gonna scratch building, you have to be willing to just throw things away and start over. Go ahead. Now there's the inside of the existing house. It's one there, you can see it. I can't pick the top off of it, I didn't do that. But you can peer in through the open door in the back, and you'll see it. Next. There's the open door looking in, no roof, so there's some light in there. Next. And the roof on it. And if you look very, very carefully, you'll find there's a radar hanging from the overhead.
Oh, yes.
Okay, next. And there's that siding factor. Yeah, I've got it right this time. Proceed with it. I also discovered I had built the forward companionway hitch the wrong scale. Oh, threw it away. Built another one. There's beginning to add the detail now. The Faruno radar. I went to the Faruno website, looked at all the radars that they had. Didn't get an exact match, but got pretty close. And then I downloaded the color picture and made a decal and put the Faruno name on it.
It's a nice touch. Very nice.
Next.
You printed the decal on your own printer? Use
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it at home.
decal paper?
Got decal paper and just made it at home. So I decided at that point the proportions are right. I'll keep on going. Next.
The letters are nice and crisp. Is that a decal also, or?
No, I bought those. They're paste on the letter. I'm not
Okay.
happy with them. They weren't exactly what I wanted. I couldn't get exactly the same style that was on the original. And I went back to school on soldering and soldered anything since I built electronics back in college. And there's a galley stand finished. All right. And there's the new forward companionway hatch for the right scale. Next. There's the harpoon cannon. That's the rolling on the right, not all those on the left. I did a lot of research on that too. I went to the internet and looked up harpoon cannons, and surprisingly, 3 or 4 manufacturers of those things. I found one that looked pretty much like that. Very, very similar to it. I have never been able to get a dimension, which is interesting. I don't know the exact scale of this. There's no way to compute the exact scale. But I could not find anything. And all the pictures, everything I had, I never found anything I could measure for sure and know that is exactly this dimension. So I'm kind of guessing all the way. So built essentially 1 to 60. Okay, next. And there it is, ready to get the mast. I needed tires. I went to a website for RC racing cars. There were 10,000 different tires available. Took a guess at it, managed to pick the right ones first time. Next. And there's the mast. Very complicated mast, nothing like I've ever seen before. First of all, it's got this crow's nest on the top of it, which was used for whale spotting, I guess. So I built one and decided, nope. The wire's too heavy, too thick, the scales off on it, so do it again. And I did another one. There's a ladder going up the mast. And the mast, the shrouds on it are brass rods holding it firmly in place. That boom has got one hell of a piece of tackle on it. The block on the end of it is not like anything I've seen before. So I had to make that up out of sheet metal pieces. And it's got a really unique thing. The halyard that goes up to the mast is chain. So it's got a piece of chain running up to it. Next. And there's a little view of the mast. And that thing, that A-frame looking thing down at the bottom left-hand corner was part of the original kit. That was part of the trawler. I used hoisting, hoisting trawler nets. And they left it on there to hoist whales. Next. There's the boat complete. Next one. And there's the whole that cradle. Now, I built that exactly as I could see it from the pictures I took. That's made out of extruded plastic shapes, which I managed to buy from a model railroad shop. They have a large supply of those kind of things. I bought those, and there's a piece of gauge rail under there, railroad wheels. I think I spent as much money building that stupid cradle as I did building the rest of the boat. I'm not sure I'd do that again. Thanks.
So Stewart, question on the whaler. This is a photo from what, 10 years ago. Is the boat still in service or is it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've looked on the internet to see if I could find a picture of it or
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
about it. I could not find it. I noticed if you look at the photograph, I took carefully, it had a big hole in the hull. So,
Maybe not.
I presume that's why I was there to get it fixed.
The whale one.
Hmm?
The whale one.
The whale one.
Mhm. Greenpeace rammed it.
Okay, for those who don't know, my entire time in the Navy, all 3 years spent on the aircraft carrier. While I was on it, we did things like flying in the whaler. While I was there, they always pointed out that this was the fourth ship of the fleet to bear the name Intrepid. So I didn't give a damn about it then, but later I got to wondering, I wondered what the other four were. I started looking and I found out numbers 2 and 3 were not worth comment on. And then one to find number 1. Next. I started about 15 years ago. I'm trying to make this short. I found out that the first Intrepid was a captured Tripolitan ketch. It was captured during the first Barbary Wars in 1804. It has some very, very sparse history about the boat before it was captured. There are no plans for it, there are no specs, and no accurate pictures. But I did continue to do some research and reading on it. Read books. Read all those books. I bought them all. Read all of them. And I learned all about the Barbary Wars. And all about the USS Philadelphia running aground and being burned. And I didn't know a whole lot about the ship. It was described, but not no accurate pictures. That picture was obviously an artist's conception in later years. Philadelphia burning. And down there on the left, sailing off is the Intrepid. And that's probably a pretty accurate picture of what it looked like. Next. There's a picture of it, and that's not what it looked like, because it's mounting two mortars, and there's no way a boat that size could take two mortars. But the rigging is correct. Next. That's the only accurate, semi-accurate picture of it. That sketch was made by a midshipman in 1804. If you look at the rigging carefully, it takes a magnifying glass to do it. You see that it is pretty accurate, but that is actually the way it would look. And the hull is pretty simple. Next.
Where did you locate that image?
It was in the literature that I read. I
Oh,
don't know
okay.
specifically which one. It was
In one of those books? Okay. Yeah.
Facts
You
that
did.
it repeated many times.
Mhm.
Now, that is a picture of the HMS Convulsion, which is a bomb catch built by the British in 1804, and that's a kit that I had built. And looking at the rigging, I realized that that's the rigging I was looking at in the catch, in that sketch. It's the same. The hull is about the same size. I determined from the reading that the Intrepid's hull length was about 60 to 70 feet. I couldn't get any closer than that. But that's about what that size is. It's significant differences. The Intrepid had a much longer overhang in the stern. It didn't have an open rail and a closed bulwark. Next, with those changes, I decided that was it. I'm going to give it a try. And I made up the cardboard mock-up to get the hull shape. Decided that was right. Go ahead. Transferred it all to some plywood. Put the plywood together. Next.
You got the shape of the frames from, you made it up or borrowed it from another similar
I
ship?
borrowed it from the Convulsion.
Compulsion, yeah.
There is the frame put together with I had to add a whole lot here at the right end to extend the transom. Next. I put the deck on it, and that gives you a pretty good shape of what it was with raised poop deck. Next. Skipping way ahead, I planked it, and it's beginning to take shape now. Next. And then the hull was finished. And it had been described in the literature as being a very ill-kept vessel, which
You put the deck on before you planked?
subdeck. The subdeck, yes. It did.
Block access to the inside.
Yeah. There's nothing to see inside.
No, to see, I mean, in terms of dealing with quick planking on
Yes, true. You have block access. Next. And then I put all the deck furniture on it. There's some guesswork in that. But it had to have an anchor windlass. So I made up an anchor windlass. It was typical of the period. And the companionway hatch did not extend above the level of the bulwarks. To get that low and design one fit in there. The rest of it is simply what would be typical of a period catch.
Next.
Next. And the first mast on it, next. And keep doing the profile checks to make sure it's beginning to look like continuing to look like the sketch. And it does. It matches it very closely. Next. That's the rest of the standing rigging on it now. Getting ready to put the yards on it. Next. There it is with the yards. And I wanted to put sails on it, but obviously I didn't draw it with the sails when I did the sketch of it. So next I did the furled. There's this one furled. Next. And the rest of the mast on there, the rest of the yards on there with all the sails furled. Those sails were made full size and then furled up. You have all the lines, all of them on there. You get the sails on it, you had a lot. There's a lot of them on there. They're accurate. Next, there's the foresail before furled it. Next, there's the outer jib furled, the jib just mounted. They're hanked on. You have the halyard, and then they have down all going like that. Next, and to make it a little more homey, put a crewman on there.
2 crewmen, I see.
And the stowaway.
Big as a cat.
That's a rat.
Yeah, big as a cat.
Yeah, he's a little out of scale, but
He's well
they
fed.
had big rats in there.
Little rats, it's all rats.
It's a capybara.
Yeah, reading about the boat, and when they used it, they found that it was contaminated. It had all kinds of vermin and rats and things inside. They had to decontaminate the boat before they could use it. I tried to make it look like it was an old worn out vessel. It was so worn out, by the way, that after we captured it, it was used once to burn Philadelphia. The second time they used it, they set it up as a fire ship and sent it in and blew it up. So that's the value of it.
Is that the future of your model?
It may be. Okay, next. That's it. Okay, conclusion. Before you try it, I'm sure I built a couple of models, everybody used on that. Don't be intimidated by the idea of scratch building, just do it. I can do it. Anybody can do it. The worst thing that can happen is not happy with it, throw it away, and nobody knows you made a mistake.
Becomes a fire ship.
Yeah. Okay, that's it.
All right, thank you, Stewart.
So other than the drawings that you had, there's no correlation between the emulsion and the Intrepid?
No, it just looked similar.
Yeah, yeah.
The timing was the same,
I just thought maybe they were built in the same yard or something, or maybe
Well-
the same builder.
When I posted that on our website for you, I did less digging than you did, but a little bit. And there was, I think, speculation it was French built. And then the Algerians ended up with it at some point. I doubt it's English.
I can give you a rundown.
Yeah.
Nobody knows exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But what I did was check, and they had said that it was a bomb catch at one time, and that it was French. So I looked at that period of time and discovered that the French launched an invasion of Egypt
Mm-hmm.
under Napoleon. Napoleon decided to cut off the British overland route of Suez, so he attacked Egypt. They put together a fleet to go down there, and he needed some bomb catches. He didn't have any. They commandeered 4 commercial merchant vessels
Mhm.
that happened to be in the harbor of Marseille in 1803. And they took all of them to Toulon and they converted all of them to bomb catchers and sent them down with Napoleon to attack Egypt. Napoleon did make an invasion, but it did not have to fight the way in. They just went in. They landed peacefully and took over. They sent the fleet to an anchorage in Aboukir Bay. And the British, of course, they were in war with the British at the time. And the Brits lived down there, and they sent a fleet after them with Nelson in charge. And he found them. He found the French fleet in Aboukir Bay. In fact, he virtually destroyed the fleet. And he destroyed one of those bomb catchers. The other 3 were left there. And the French subsequently withdrew. They did not withdraw those 3 vessels.
Mhm.
Don't know exactly what they did, but I'm pretty sure they didn't take the guns off, took the borders off. But they, at that point, passed into the hands of either the Egyptians or the Algerians, Tripolitans, or somebody. And that was 3 years earlier.
Yeah.
3 years later, it shows up.
Yeah.
And Tripolitan vessel is not a bomb bridge. It's simply a merchant vessel.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I can't prove it.
Yeah, of course
I can't
not.
prove which one it was. Nobody can now.
You set up share, and I'll show people online the models. Or it's still.
Oh,
Yeah, switch to the camera.
well, I'm seeing it on my screen, so I already said, I did do that.
Sorry.
Well, maybe, all right, so is that, Mort, are you seeing a PowerPoint presentation or models?
Models.
Okay, so that's just, I just need to close PowerPoint.
Here, oops, almost there you go. All right.
I've had 2 of those models in here before. Intrepid and the GR 299 have both been here before. The other one is not quite through.
So where's the hole in your whaler? Where's the hole in your whaler? I just said there's a hole in it.
I've always actually finished.
But you've got it up on the ship leg. You should have a hole in it.
Maybe I'll have more room here, Ryan.
Texas hadn't realized.
You got it? Oh, I guess you do. All right.
The barrel,
All righty, well, if nobody else has anything to share, we will call it a meeting. Thank you, Stewart.
If you got something.
Mort, Joshua, Tom, we will see you next time around.
Have a good month, guys. See you in September.
No Zoom next month.
Well,
Yeah.
not next month, but next time.
Right, no Zoom next month due to the picnic.
See you in October then.
All righty. Take care.
Come down and join us.
Be nice. You never know. Have a good month.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
See you, Mort.
Take care.